our final discussion point on the introduction to the use of SketchUp as a three-dimensional drawing program for PistonRobot is to go over what we call renderings. There is a possibility with computer science to look at three-dimensional files and alter the way light reflects from the objects depicted in the files so that the light reflections behave in a manner where the file begins to have the appearance of being a photograph of a physically real object. In other words, it's not just a set of lines on a page, but it seems to be like it was real, as though somebody sat the object down on a table and took a picture of it. And this creation of this enhanced realistic reflection of light and creation of shadows is called rendering. If you'll recall, we had in SketchUp the version of the leg that had the knee bent and the foot plantar flexed, and also some degree of abduction of the hip with the knee moving out away from the body. And we have the various pistons that are controlling that action to hold this leg in that condition, and we decided to alter this to bring the leg down so that it looks like a real leg in a straight up and down position. And in order to do that, we had to make some changes of the position of the foot. And we can just show you a few of these. We're starting to alter the parameters of different portions of the robot to bring the leg down. Here you can see there's been some straightening out of the hip and the lower leg and the foot. Now you'll see that in order to make these movements, it required taking this lower leg and rotating it down, and this piston is what does that in conjunction with a motion of this piston. But in SketchUp, you can't have everything move all at once, and so you do one motion and then you go back into SketchUp and do the next motion. And as we made that motion and brought this piston into alignment, it became clear that this structure was not quite what we wanted it to be. And so we altered the shape of this to allow this piston to connect on. And the point that we're trying to make here is that inside SketchUp, you can certainly see the robot, but it could not be more clear that this is not anything that's real. It's a drawing that lets us see how the robot works. This particular version is a saved file, and there is a rendering program that will allow us to bring this file into the rendering program, and the rendering program will then begin to try to make it look more real. There's a possibility our computer may have a little blue alien living inside the computer. We asked him if he would help us to show you the name of the next video in our series about PistonRobot. And he said, sure.